The spirits of this house like to let all of us know this is their house, and they are still here.
We are back for night 2, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania, the Jennie Wade House.
Ooh, yeah.
Jennie didn't live here, however. She will indeed die here.
God, as soon as I walked in here, my head, wow.
I believe that truth is far stranger than fiction.
Whew, something just felt like it pulled on the back of my jacket. Is this your house? Whoa. Tripwire. I swear to God that just said my daughter.
We believe that your spirit is still here.
Whoa, wait, that was a REM pod going off. We are back for night 2.
Oh my God!
That's right, we're here in Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
Woo!
If you didn't get to see last week's episode, that happened last night. We investigated the Gettysburg orphanage. We got to view the solar eclipse from Devil's Den battlefield. Go check that out. But tonight, we are still in the city that was made famous by the bloodiest battle of the American Civil War, the conflict here at Gettysburg that left over 50,000 soldiers either dead, wounded, or missing. And they say the spirits roam throughout this town, and there are specific buildings that are considered to be haunted, none of which are as infamous as the building we're going to be investigating tonight.
That's right. Everybody has heard of it.
And tonight that building is the Jennie Wade House.
Ooh, yeah. If you guys have ever heard of the Jennie Wade House, make sure you go ahead and help us out with this video. Hit the thumbs up button and let us know if you've ever heard of it.
That's right. The Jennie Wade House was made famous because during the Battle of Gettysburg, as the famous story is told, Jennie Wade is shot in the back by a stray bullet that goes through the door of the house, through the door behind her, and directly into her heart. And it's said that her spirit, among many others, haunts this house. And tonight we're going to find out if those stories are true.
Yes, we are. I'm excited to get into the Jennie Wade House. It's been a number of years since I've even been in there, and from what everybody says, it's going to be an interesting night.
It is, and it is right up here on the left. As soon as we pass this 1863 inn, it's up here on the left.
Oh yeah, there
it is. Right there.
The Jennie Wade House.
The legends and stories of this place are infamous, and I will say that the horrors that occurred during the 3 days of conflict here in Gettysburg back between July 1st and July 3rd, 1863, left a mark on this city. And of course, as we had said, the most famous story of that battle that everyone seems to know is the story of Jennie Wade here inside this house.
Absolutely. A lot of tragedy and emotions in this house.
So we are going to go inside and meet up with Chris from Ghostly Images of Gettysburg.
Oh yeah.
Who's going to tell us all the details about exactly what happened that fateful day during the Battle of Gettysburg, and also what people have experienced inside the house as far as paranormal activity goes and ghost sightings inside the Jennie Wade House.
Absolutely.
You ready to go in there, Dave?
I'm ready. Let's go. Gettysburg, night number 2.
Night number 2. Let's get this adventure started.
Let's go.
Good evening, gentlemen, and welcome to the Jennie Wade House. Interestingly enough, this is called the Jennie Wade House. However, Jennie never lived here. She and her mother lived 300 yards towards the center of town on Breckenridge Street. Jennie didn't live here, however, she will indeed die here. Her sister Georgia and her husband John reside on the south side of this house. Catherine McLean and her 6 small children reside on the north side. Catherine is a widow. Her husband was killed earlier in 1863. Georgia's husband, John, will be off to battle when the Battle of Gettysburg begins. When John leaves, Georgia was heavily pregnant with their first child. Georgia will end up giving birth on the 26th day of June. There is a doctor in attendance. Due to the difficulty of the birth, he will tell her she must remain in bed for 10 days. How were they to know what was going to happen beginning on the first day of July? Mary and Georgia will both end up being trapped in this house. Here's what is happening. Beginning the first day of July, the Union soldiers are going to entrench themselves on East Cemetery Hill, right behind this house. This is the high ground of this battle. The Confederates will overtake the town of Gettysburg. Whoever held the high ground might just win this battle. Jennie is becoming very uneasy. More and more Confederates are streaming into town. More gunfire. Confederates bring their best sharpshooters with them because they are trying to dislodge the Union soldiers from Cemetery Hill. Jennie's going to make a run for this house with the two small boys. She will arrive safely. They're going to come around and tell people to do one of two things. Evacuate, which Catherine McLean will do with those 6 small children, or get into your cellars. Do not come out until you hear the firing stop. They will try to crack this door open in order to access that very cellar. To no avail. Each and every time it will draw gunfire. This house will be hit over 150 times by bullets. They were not aiming at this house. Again, they're trying to shoot over the house. I don't know. I always ask if anyone can guess how many times Jennie and Mary's house, right in the center of town, will receive gunfire. The answer is going to surprise you. None. It will not be hit one time. Jennie will come here for safety. So, let's go in and take a look at the house.
That's kind of crazy that she came here for safety and this was the least safe place that she could have come.
It's not the most ironic thing you're going to hear.
Wow.
When Jennie comes, she will decide to make dough. At this very dough tray was donated to the house by her sister Georgia. Her mother will be at that very fireplace. As Jennie is making the dough, Mary will be baking it into bread and biscuits. This is for the hot, hungry, and tired Union soldiers that are brave enough to come to that door. Jennie will literally wear a path to and from the well behind the house because she will be getting so much water from that well to give to these men.
God, as soon as I walked in here, my head, wow.
That is very common.
Splitting headache as soon as we walked in
That
here.
is.
Is it?
Yes, sir.
Oh, gosh.
I cannot tell you how many people have left my tours. When I started, I thought I was a terrible guide. Jennie is here making the dough. Mary is there. Georgia will be in the parlor. Suddenly, they will hear a loud crash. It sounds like something has come through the upstairs. The house will shake to its very foundation when a 10-pound parrot shell hits this house. Mercifully, it did not explode. Would have taken the house to the ground, killed the occupants. Mary's going to look over. She'll see her daughter laying on the floor. She rushes over, realizes that she has fainted from fright. She will revive her, say, "Darling, everything's fine. The house is standing, everyone is alive." Then comes the third day of July. Begins like every other day does for Jennie. She's going to read from the scriptures, but this day was totally different. All of her readings are about death and sadness and sorrow. Georgia's going to yell from her bed, "Mama, make her stop." Jennie will stop. She's going to walk right in and say these very words to her sister. "If anyone is to be killed in this house today, I hope it is me, because Georgia, you have that new baby." She's going to walk back through around this door. It was in this position because her mother put it here, thinking it would keep her daughter safe. She goes back to work making dough at approximately 8:30 in the morning. The shot will come through the lower hole in that door. It's going to come through this door, enter through her left shoulder blade, pierce her heart. She will be dead before she hits the floor at age 20. Mary hears none of this. Remember, it is the third day of battle, the grand finale. The cannons are firing, the men are screaming. Finally, she looks over, sees her daughter on the floor. She thinks she's fainted again. She rushes over to revive her. That's when she sees the blood begin to run across the floor, and she knows. We feel that Mary went into shock because she's going to calmly go in and say, "Georgia, your sister is dead." She will become hysterical and scream so loudly it will bring Union soldiers bursting through that door. You see, they have been watching this house from the other side. When they come in, they will immediately decide they must get the rest of the family to safety, or this won't be the only death. As you can well imagine, we have a lot of paranormal activity in this house. We have many, many residents that are still with us. This is a very active area, and for good reason. In the off season, we have video cameras and recorders. We often capture this door slamming itself shut, opening, slamming. When we have investigators in here, this is a hotbed of paranormal activity. Constantly get readings and so on. I believe it's due to the great tragedy that will occur right here. Mm-hmm. So now if you'd like to join me in the parlor.
Absolutely.
No, this is not what a parlor would normally look like. We didn't have beds in our parlors. George's husband, John, will bring this bed down piece by piece, as she was heavily pregnant when he went off to battle. He didn't want her walking up and down those stairs. If you take a look in the mantelpiece, those are original bullet holes. There's also one right behind you in the windowsill. We only have 2 original pieces of furniture left in this house. This is a recreation. It depicts one of the bullet holes that would have gone through George's headboard and footboard. Her bed was in this exact position. All of the walls will be riddled with bullets, all windows shattered in this portion of the house. To go through, you had to literally almost crawl along the floor to avoid the windows. Those 2 little boys will be hiding under George's bed, absolutely terrified. If you take a look at this photograph, it is the only photo ever taken of Jennie. She is on the far right. She was 18 years old in that photograph. Of course, as you know, she'll be dead at age 20. Georgia is on the far left. She was 20 in that photo. Friend of the family named Maria is in the middle. If you ever see larger renderings such as that, they are just that. They are drawings taken from the only photograph. Now this room is also very interesting. We get a great deal of activity in that corner. There's a rocking chair, very similar to the one that Georgia rocked her baby in. Frequently, it will go into motion. I cannot tell you how many times on evening tours I have had guests complain that they get dizzy, they get nauseous, headaches, and so on. They have to leave the house. Another thing that happens when folks walk in that front door, I have been asked more times than I can count, where are the flowers? They are overcome with the smell of fresh flowers. There's not a live flower in this house anywhere. The spirits of this house like to let all of us know this is their house and they are still here. This would have been Georgia's bedroom and her husband John. They would have occupied these two rooms. Now here's your fun fact, gentlemen. You are now on 1842 flooring. In the kitchen, the flooring is very old, but it has indeed been replaced. This has not. So don't worry about those soft spots that you may step on. Also, in case you're wondering why these ceilings are so low, average height of a man was between 5'6" and 5'7".
I finally fit in.
Finally, Dave.
Exactly.
Finally. The short kings are finally getting some ground here.
Yes, definitely. Now, right in that dark area, in the corner of that bed, we often see a little boy. Always the same little boy, never tells anyone his name. He wears a white shirt, suspenders, little knee breeches, his sandy hair. He shows up there or behind that blanket chest just long enough to scare folks to death, and then he disappears. As you know, it's very unusual to see a full body apparition. We constantly have paranormal groups, psychics, mediums. He has never revealed his name. We don't know who he is, but he does show himself quite often. This mirror, if you look at the glass, it actually predates the Civil War era. This is where we see the lady in black. And I know you're going to say, sure, the lady in black. Now, she appears as a widow with a full veil. We also see many other things in that mirror. I'm not sure if you gentlemen are aware of the customs of mourning during the Victorian era. They would cover the mirrors with black crepe cloth. The belief was, when you die, your spirit leaves the body and goes to the light. They didn't want spirits to mistake the shimmering of the mirror with the light, so they would be covered. There is a belief that because this tradition is no longer practiced, mirrors have become portals. That's why we capture so many images in mirrors. We do have a connection here to the orphanage, by the way. The orphanage was run by the evil headmistress, Miss Rosa. Some of the children would come to this house, if only for an hour. Comfort and a warm meal. Some of them are with us to this day. The window behind me and in the other bedroom. Frequently, guests capture photos of children. This has been happening for many, many years. We believe they still reside here. Now that 10-pound parrot shell, it's going to enter right above this bed. Remember I told you that the soldiers know that they've got to get this family to safety. How are they going to do it? They're frantically looking around. Then they see the hole in that brick wall. The shell will drop, make a hole about that big. They know they can't get the family through a hole that large. They're going to take the butts of their guns, break out enough of that brick that the family is able to crawl through on their hands and knees to safety. What is safety? It is this part of the house that the Union is controlling, and there is another cellar on this side that they can access. They get everyone through, then they realize something. Mary is not with them. They're going to go back to the kitchen. They will find Mary on the floor cradling her daughter's body. She refused to leave her there on that floor alone. 2 kind soldiers will find a quilt, gently wrap her body, then pass her through the opening, down the stairs into the cellar. Then Mary will follow. Now in this room, we've had some very interesting activity. See this picture of this lovely little girl. It's actually started last season. Guests found that when they took photographs, and there can't be anyone where you are standing, Ryan, we will see what has been affectionately called the Shadow Man. It appears to be a tall man dressed in black. You can see these photos on Ghostly Images of Gettysburg Facebook page, also on Gettysburg Ghost Pictures, numerous ones. We work with a professional photographer named Ed, total skeptic. He and I came here during the day. Nobody's here. I stood right in the opening between the 2 sides of the house. He captured the Shadow Man. Broad daylight. Pictures are there. You can see them.
Wow.
Yes.
That's awesome.
And we're starting to capture him again this season. We have no idea who he is. Now you are in Billy's room.
Okay.
He is actually one of my favorite residents of this house. And we do have 3 dominant spirits. First was downstairs. That would be Georgia. Why? Guilt. Her sister comes here for safety and to help her with the baby. Look what's going to end up happening. Here, we have the child, but we have Billy. Billy is very mischievous. I appreciate that in a person. He's another one. He never tells anyone who he is. We believe he, too, is a boy of about 6 years old. He's very young. Now, Billy, when we have psychics and mediums in, they know that he loves the song Dixie, particularly if it is played on a period instrument. The harmonica seems to be his favorite. Footage has been captured of indentations as if a small boy is jumping up and down on the bed. When the music stops, people feel touches. I think he would listen to it all night. And by the way, it is not uncommon for guests to feel light touches. So Billy, thank you. Nice to meet these folks, and they will see you later.
Yeah, Billy, we'd love to talk to you later. So please come out and speak to us.
I believe that truth is far stranger than fiction. Just look at these 3 pictures. These 3 were best friends from the time they were very small children into adulthood. This gentleman's name is Jack Skelly. He will fight for the Union when the Civil War begins. Of course, you know our Jenny. This gentleman's name is Wesley Culp. If you know anything about the battle, Culp's Hill played a very integral part all 3 days. Yes, he is related to that Culp family. Wesley will become a carriage maker by trade. He's going to move to Virginia. When the Civil War begins, he decides to fight for the Confederacy. That made him a traitor in his own hometown. You couldn't even mention that poor boy's name. There's going to be a battle in Winchester, Virginia. The Confederates will win the day. As Wesley is walking along, looking at the prisoners on the side of the road, who do you think he sees? His childhood friend, Jack. He's been badly wounded. Wesley is able to get him to a field hospital. They briefly have a conversation. Jack will say, "Wes, if you ever make it back to Gettysburg, will you please deliver this message?" Of course, Wesley agrees. Wesley will make it back to Gettysburg just in time for the Battle of Gettysburg, where he will be killed on the 3rd day of July near the base of Culp's Hill. Same day Jenny dies. Jack will never make it back from Winchester. He will die of his wounds. None of the 3 ever knew the fate of the other. As I told you, we have 2 original pieces of furniture in this house. This is the second. It sat on this very mantelpiece and watched the entire battle unfold. It was donated by the McLean family when we became a museum. By the way, we became a museum in 1901.
Wow.
We are the oldest museum in Gettysburg.
Wow.
Take a look at this display cabinet. As promised, the original 10-pound parrot shell is in the bottom. The top, we have 2 of the original letters exchanged between Jack and Jenny. In the middle, that is one of the original floorboards from the kitchen. You'll see scrawled in pencil the board where Jenny fell, where she bled out and such. Someone say 4 boards. They kept them in a barn for years. We were fortunate enough to obtain one of them. Yes, on the left-hand side, that is indeed Jenny's blood. Now, Dave, right behind you, there is a cane. I'm going to say probably about 60% of the time when I have groups in here, although it is not original to this house, it is of the time period. That will also very slowly go into motion. Nobody's touching it, nobody's around it. So if you're ready, let's go see what's in the cellar.
Ooh, the cellar. The famous Jennie Wade cellar. Oh, here we go. Here we go in the cellar.
Well, gentlemen, remember I told you we have 3 dominant spirits. This is where the other resides. We'll talk about him in a minute.
Okay.
Remember I told you they brought Jenny's body to this cellar. Yes, this is approximately where she laid. Take a look at that painting. It's entitled What a Mother Saw. That is from Mary Wade's perspective. It shows her 8-year-old son, Harry. Georgia and the baby. There were soldiers. The other little boy is Isaac. Jenny will be buried in the back rose garden on the 4th of July, Georgia's birthday. Let's add a little more guilt to Georgia. She'll be reinterred at the German Reformed Cemetery, as it was their home parish. That's not the end of this story. Remember, I told you the Wades will move back to Iowa, where they are from. Georgia will join the Women's Relief Corps. They do fundraising for worthy causes. They hear of Jennie's death. They will raise enough money to buy Jennie a plot in the beautiful Evergreen Civilian Cemetery, which is right next to the Soldiers National. Federal government deemed that she died in service to her country.
Wow.
She was awarded a perpetual flag. Flies 365 days a year, 24/7. Jennie Wade was indeed an American patriot. And we have 18 cemeteries in this town. Her grave is the most visited. We're very proud of her. Now our final spirit. There had to be a father, right? There had to be a husband. His name was James Wade. He was probably the best tailor in the entire state, but he was equally good at petty theft, assault, drunkenness. Tried and convicted. He will be sentenced to 2 years solitary confinement in the dreaded Eastern State Penitentiary. Run by the Quakers during this time, they took solitary to the extreme. The guards would wrap their boots in cloth so you didn't even hear that noise. When James is released, he is completely insane. That's when his wife Mary says, enough. She will have him committed to the almshouse here in Gettysburg. The upper portion is for the underprivileged. The lower portion is for the mentally incapacitated. After the battle, when Mary and Georgia go to tell him of Jennie's death, they'll go back the next day, and the next day, and the next to visit. He'll always ask the same question. Where is my Jennie? Why does she not come and visit me? He didn't even know she had died. That's until he himself passed on. They say he knows this is not really her body, but it is the last place her earthly body ever laid. So he comes here night after night, hoping that they will reunite in the afterlife. He's a very patient man. She will be dead at 161 years this July 3rd. I hope for his sake that she does come. He's a very unhappy man. He does not like us being here. He's on a mission, and this is a place of reverence for him. He likes to sit in that rocking chair. He prefers to sit there or back in the corner, which we call the hot spot, because guests often tell us they are pushed from behind.
Oh, wow.
He does, again, not like anyone being here. So hopefully you'll get to meet him firsthand tonight, but beware, he is very unhappy.
Rolling Ryan audio. So the REM pod, we're right now setting everything up in the Jennie Wade house. This is the area where Jennie Wade lost her life, right back here behind this door, which you can see. We're going to put something here, but she said that her sister Georgia would always sit in that rocking chair after she had the baby, and she said that rocking chair is very active. And Dave set up the REM pod there, and before I recorded on the camera, that REM pod started to go off, so... Whoa. Wait, that was a REM pod going off. Yes. Yeah. Hello? If there's someone up there, can you come down here? Whoops.
All right, guys, we are finally set up and ready to go here at the Jennie Wade House. And we've already been hearing the REM pod going off upstairs. Luckily, we had a camera rolling up there.
Yeah.
So, all right.
Follow me.
Follow me.
Where are we following you at?
Are you trying to lead us to safety through the hole in the wall?
If you're up there waiting where the hole in the wall is, can you let us know?
There's music up there that'll play. And you can just walk up there and we'll hear it, and then we'll come up there and you can lead us to safety. I mean, if you think about just the pure terror that this family was living in for those days here, being trapped in this house as bullets and shells just fly through the walls, hitting the headboard as poor Georgia was trying to recover from giving birth.
Yeah.
You know, they were literally a prisoner in this house. They couldn't leave to get to the cellar.
No.
There was no escape from this house when that battle was going on.
Nope. Because this is the era, you know, or the style of house where to get to the cellar, you have to go outside and around and down to get to your cellar. And that wasn't possible during this conflict.
Mm-mm. It was not. No, and just, yeah, the energy, the residual energy and the terror that probably...
Talk with me.
The terror that they probably felt is soaked in the walls. We'd love to talk with you. That's why we're here. What's your name? My name is Ryan, and this is Dave. We have lots of things that you can use to tell us that you're here. We heard this is the house where a young woman named Jennie had a tragic accident that occurred. And we're really sorry to hear that.
If you can hear us talking to you,
Scratch.
we've set up a bunch of our little red lights throughout the house. They might look like candles, bright red candles. But if you can see those and you can hear us, we think we put one in the right place where Jennie passed away. Can you touch that red light, that candle?
Slam.
You can slam a door. That's fine if you'd like to do that. We won't be upset.
Oh, the K2's going off.
Is it?
Yeah,
Wonder if you can see it in that camera angle.
I'm sure. Oh, there it goes again.
What? Are you over there, Jennie? Are you getting close to that? Can you make that light up and show us the red, if you can see those colors? Make that turn red for us and we'll know that you're here.
Is it still going?
Just to the second light. We don't have anything on us that could set that off.
No.
Our mobile devices are in airplane mode. Not even in the same room as this, because mine, that's running Ghost Tube, which is in airplane mode, is behind you, Dave.
Yes.
In that room. Hello? Is there someone upstairs? If you'd like us to come up there, can you make
Psychic.
If you'd like us to come up there, can you make that happen again?
Hello.
Hi, who is this?
Where?
Whoa, tripwire.
Yeah.
Not feeling well.
You're not feeling well? Is this Jenny? Jenny, are you talking to us? Is there anybody still making bread? What was that?
I don't know. It sounded like something metallic, which there's not very much besides the door handles that is metallic in here.
Yeah.
Jenny, I don't know if you know this or not. I'm sure someone has told you if you're here. But they gave you a high military honor for the service that you gave to your country, to the United States, to our country. The perpetual flag. Now that I came over here, everything upstairs has stopped.
Yeah.
It feels like a wild goose chase.
It does, yeah, it really does.
Like we turn our backs and something happens. Is there someone that sits in that rocking chair? You can relax while you speak to us. If you like to rock, feel free.
Have a sit down. Have a chat with us. Are there any soldiers here in this house? Are you hungry?
How do I use it?
We think if you get close to this box that
How do I use it?
Oh, wow.
We think that you can use this to say words. If you get close to it and you speak as loudly as you can, we think that will tell us what word you say. We think. And that's why we'd love if you told us your name. We'd know that you can use that.
But if you're talking about the red lights, all you have to do is just get close to them and touch them. And they won't hurt you. Is there anyone here who would be willing to do that for us?
What's interesting to me is the fact that the same phrase came through Ghost Tube twice, to me, is a sign that it's doing what it's supposed to do.
Oh, yeah.
If it does pick up on magnetic readings that are assigned to words, if it picks up on the same magnetic reading in a short period of time and it says the same thing, it's not just spitting out random words. It's actually speaking the assigned words to that reading. So I love when it says the same thing back to back, because that just tells me that it's working.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
Talk to me.
Again.
We're trying.
What if I moved this and sat it over here? I'm going to sit it right here.
What brought you here?
Chris brought us here. Do you like Chris? She said we could come in and spend some time with you tonight.
When you kneeled down, I did feel the vibration, so that may have done it.
Forward.
Doesn't anybody want to come in and have a seat in that rocking chair by the door and talk to us?
Blessed.
Jenny, we heard you used to read scripture every single day. And they'd said that the scripture that you read on that fateful day was a bit darker. Did you know that it was your time? You said that if anyone were to die in this house, it should be you. Did you have a feeling that something dark was coming? Something horrible?
I want to come. Hunger.
Is this a soldier?
Soldier, if that's you and you need something to eat or drink, let us know by touching one of these red lights. Are you wounded?
Might try an EVP session over here.
Yeah, let's do it.
We love to try and use digital voice recorders to capture EVP simply because it's one of the most prolific forms of paranormal evidence. And if you can capture a voice that wasn't...
Why?
Because...
Covered.
Why covered? Jenny. Rolling EVP session. Jennie Wade. Placing the recorder on the table by where Jenny actually passed. We left a red light there for you. And we're going to walk back in this room and you can talk to that, okay? You can answer our questions by using that, by just speaking as loudly as you can if you can actually speak to us. Is there someone in this house that still lives here? Is this your house?
Whoa.
Tripwire.
Yeah.
Yes, please, please. We'd love to see those lights.
Library. Louder.
Here we go.
Thank you. That went straight down the tripwire to the REM pod.
Yeah.
Please have a seat in the chair.
That's why I sat down here. Just to try and be a little more comfortable with them.
Mm-hmm.
Are you happy that we're here talking to you tonight?
What date is it?
That's a good question. I think it's April 9th, 2024.
K2 going off.
What's the date for you?
Mansion.
Listen back to this.
What date is it?
That's a good question. I think it's April 9th,
Disgusting. Angry.
Disgusting, angry. This whole battle was pretty disgusting, wasn't it? Did that day leave a mark on this house? That horrific day?
What's the day for you?
What happened to me?
If this is Jenny talking, from what we understand, you were right here in the kitchen, and a shot came through the door and hit you in your back and took your life. Do you remember that day?
Whoa. That's awesome.
If you remember that day, can you touch that light again? You just did it.
What was that?
I don't know.
Something on this headboard. Or on the wall.
Sorry.
You don't have to apologize to us for anything.
Okay, there's nothing on EVP. Stop reviewing because stuff's happening around us. But that was the last thing right before I started walking. Just pick it up.
I want to try something.
Okay.
Morning.
Morning. Is this Jenny's mother?
Me.
Rolling second EVP, Jennie Wade. Okay, Dave has the recorder now. I'm moving, and I'm coming to a stop right now.
Can someone tell me, using this item in my hand here, can someone tell me what happened here?
Cat.
REM pod upstairs.
Come down here, please.
Speak into the thing that Dave has in his hand.
Touch.
You can touch us. It's me moving.
Jenny, if you're here,
I want to come.
That's the second time it's said that too. Wow. Huge K2 spikes.
really.
Mm-hmm.
If there's a member of the Wade family here,
Cousin.
how old was Jenny when she passed away?
Ooh, tripwire.
Can
42.
someone tell me
It said a number, it said 42.
Follow me.
Follow me. That's the very first thing it said too. It's saying the same things over and over again.
I know.
That's not something that we generally have happen through GhostTube. Like, there's occasions where it will say the same word twice in a session. But that's like the fourth thing that it has said multiple times.
Yeah.
Using this item in my hand here. Can someone tell me what happened here?
Am I dead? I'm in pain.
Am I dead? I'm in pain.
Is this you, Jenny?
We're sorry you're in pain. Let's review this later.
Yeah.
Because there's just like too much going on right now. Where should we go? Should we stay here? Should we go upstairs?
You want to go upstairs?
Yeah, maybe we should go upstairs. We're going to be going upstairs now. We're coming up. It's me. Whew.
Come closer.
Come closer. Where are you?
We're up here now. Follow us up here, please.
Chris said that you've thrown stuff off of the wall.
Doomed.
You're not doomed. The battle is going to end.
Grandfather.
Is there somebody up here with us?
Doomed.
Why does it keep repeating itself?
Like I said, it's done it before, but it's only ever like one word per session that it'll say. This is like, it keeps repeating itself.
Yeah, that's like the third or fourth one.
Do you have a message that you want people to know? Is there something that you think people need to hear? I'm going to go down to the car really fast, and I'm going to grab the ghost tube lens, and then see if sitting right here, anything will come through, any relevant images will come through.
Okay.
Because it's been not intelligent responses through ghost tube, but they've all been so repetitive.
Mm-hmm.
Some of them even like creating phrases like, am I dead? I'm in pain. It's working in a way that we've never seen it work before, if that makes sense. Okay. So I'm gonna run outside here.
Ryan's going to leave the house, so it's just me in here now. Would you like to come out and talk? If you're downstairs, you can let me know by touching one of those toys down there. Hello? Somebody was setting off these devices while we were downstairs. Who was that? Are you still here? You don't have to be afraid of me or Ryan, okay? We don't want you to be afraid with us in the house. Does it upset you that so many people come in here and try and talk to you? Hi? Who is that? What is your name?
Okay. Coming in the opposite door, the other side.
Ryan is coming back in.
We're going to do an experiment with Ghost Tube Seer, which, if you've watched the channel before, you know what it is, but if not, it works just like Ghost Tube, which is what we were running. Uses the magnetometer to select words, picks up on magnetic readings that are assigned to those words, and then this one will actually generate images from those words. So the images are not generated by something paranormal, but it's possible the words used to generate the images are. And it is an interesting experiment because we sometimes get very relevant images that come through to the history of a location or to the land. Recording. Immediately generated 3 people walking through what looks to be trees that are on fire.
Ooh.
They seem to be wearing long coats.
If there's a member of the Wade family here, we'd love for you to show us something important to you. We've been told that your spirit, your soul, is still here in this house.
Another image? Oh, wow.
What do you got?
It is a farm.
Okay.
We got a barn with a wooden fence.
Is that your old home? Can you show Ryan an image of what happened in Gettysburg? What happened here? Can you show him, please? That would let us know that you can communicate with us that way. We were told that some of the orphans from across the street would come here for food. If any of you children are here still, you can play with these toys.
Okay.
What?
We have a woman with a baby.
Really?
Yes, the baby's a little bit deformed, but I'm guessing that's just the generative mistakes, but
Yeah.
we have a woman and a baby. And the woman appears to be wearing a rather old-time dress. Slightly puffy shoulders, sleeves down to the forearms. Georgia? Are you showing us the baby? Or maybe that's Jenny showing us the baby, because your new nephew was very important to you, I know. Your nephew was the reason you said if anyone were to perish in this house during the battle that it should be you, because Georgia had to take care of the baby.
We heard there's a little boy here who likes to move furniture and chains and all kinds of stuff. Could you throw something for us? Or can you come through and show Ryan what you look like? We hope you understand that we're just here to talk to you and we're trying to be as respectful as we can to you.
Generating. It's another creepy face.
Is it?
Yeah. I don't know how to... I see an eyeball and the other eyeball is yellow. It's like Lord Voldemort, but with the yellow in his nose and eye. But like very close up.
That's strange.
Did you happen to ask one of the questions to show us what you look like? I hope you don't look like this. That's scary.
I did. I asked the little kid to show us.
Billy? And I know you don't look like that.
It has gone so quiet.
It has. The clock's a-churning. We should probably get to the basement.
Yeah. Wow. That looks like me in the mornings. Not gonna lie.
Yeah, but, I mean, besides the woman and baby, nothing really seems to be relevant there.
No, not at all. Well, guys, I think it's time to pack up what we got here and head down to the cellar.
Head down to the cellar to go see what James has going on.
Yeah, let's head down to the cellar and see if we can make some communication down there.
Let's do it. All right, so Dave is getting ready to do the Estes down here in the basement where they say the father of Jennie Wade, James, has frequently been seen waiting for his daughter because this was the last place that she was laid out before her funeral, before she was buried. So that rocking chair that she mentioned right behind him, we put the REM pod on that. We'll see what happens. We got equipment spread out throughout the basement here, and we'll see if there's any sort of communication that can happen with James or anyone.
All right, ready?
I'm ready when you are.
Okay. I know you all at home are excited, so here we go.
Let's get this Estes session started. So if there's anyone here with me, my name is Ryan, and back here this is my friend Dave, and he's listening to a box that we believe you can put your voice on, and you can speak to him and he'll tell me what you say. We've traveled a long way to hear your story, whoever's down here. We heard James Wade might be here. James, we're so sorry to hear about what happened to your daughter inside this house. Tripwire on the stairs. You can come down here. Come down to the basement and speak to us. The tragedy of this house is notorious. And we travel around to try and see if you can speak to us from wherever you are, wherever that may be. I'm going to have a seat right here, and hopefully you will talk to us. Use that box that Dave has to say hello or to tell us who you are. Do you know where this is? Do you know what town we're in? How many of you are down here with us right now? Can you give us a sign to show us where you are? Whoa. Something just knocked on that plexiglass right there. Whoa. Something just knocked on that plexiglass right there. That has the portrait, the painting of the scene from the basement. That was loud. Are you over by the painting?
This is interesting, because this man's voice is speaking a full sentence over multiple frequencies, and it sounds like it's a direct response to the question I asked. Listen again and tell us what you think in the comments below.
Are you over by the painting?
At this point, because of poor sleep and exhaustion, Dave is having a hard time concentrating to hear the voices within the white noise.
You want to switch out?
Yeah, we can.
I'm not getting... There's nothing coming through that.
Okay.
So we'll switch spots, and I'll take over listening for the rest of this Estes session.
Alright guys, we're going to go ahead and switch out. I'm having some issues with that tonight, so Ryan is going to take over and see if he has any better luck focusing on that than I did.
Oh. I wasn't listening yet, but a man's voice just came through and said like a whole sentence. Let me get this going here.
Well, if you're down here with us or anywhere in the house and you can hear me, my friend Ryan over there has a radio on, and he can hear you talking to him. So could you please come through and tell him what your name is so I know who I'm talking to? What is your name, please? Can you please tell us? We just want to know that you can hear us. And if you have anything that you would like to say, now would be the time to do that, please.
No.
Who is it you're looking for? Are you looking for Jennie?
Good.
I think she's over there in the corner. By those red lights, can you try touching them? Is this a soldier that we're talking to?
No.
Is this a member of the Jennie Wade family?
Woman's voice said Chris.
Chris? She's the tour guide here, huh? Do you like Chris? She gave us a tour earlier. Do you like that she's here in the building? She spends a lot of time here because she really cares about this building and the history.
A very muffled voice came through. Couldn't make that one out. Gonna have to replay it.
Chris cares a lot about this place, doesn't she? Do you like it when she comes by? She comes by to talk to you. She works here.
Please go.
Why do you want us to go? Are you done talking to us?
Oh, hi. Man's voice, very clear.
Who is this? What's your name? Hi, by the way. My name is Dave, and this is Ryan. What is your name?
Thought I heard maybe Leonard or something like that.
All right.
Oh,
How old are you? Were you in the war?
review that one.
Did you fight in the war?
Did?
Okay. Did you get hurt? Did you get injured in the war? I'm just here to talk to you. I don't mean any harm. Ryan doesn't mean any harm. We just came here to try and talk to you and get your story.
Thanks.
You're welcome. Who is this? Is that Jenny?
That was a woman's voice that said thanks.
Do you remember coming down here to escape the bullets? The gunfire? Do you remember that?
Help me.
How can I help you? What can I do? Are you trapped? Are you stuck here at this house? On this property?
Dead.
What's your name? I'm just trying to find information out about you because I want to help you. So maybe you're...
Dave.
That's me.
Whew, something just felt like it pulled on the back of my jacket. Whew, that freaked me out.
Who was it that just tugged on Ryan's jacket?
Oh, I gotta review that. That might be apophenia, but I thought I just heard a man say Jenny.
Who was it that just tugged on Ryan's jacket?
Oh, I gotta review that. That might be apophenia, but I thought I just heard a man say Jenny.
Jenny, did you pull on Ryan's jacket? Or was it someone else? We'd love for anyone to come in here and sit down and have a conversation with us. Everyone is invited. So come on down. I know you have something you want to say, right?
Save me? Or save it?
Jenny, are you asking for someone to save you? Did you and your family hide out down here? I know at that point you had already had your life taken away from you, but it's okay to come out and talk to us. We're not going to hurt you or anything.
Mad.
Who's mad and what are you mad about? There's no need to be mad.
What?
To be mad. We just want you to be happy and feel safe, and you know that you don't have to stay here anymore.
He's back.
Who is? Who is he?
Wait.
What are we waiting for?
Oh, man's voice. I swear to God that just said my daughter. In a very raspy voice. Oh, I have chills going up the back of my neck right now.
So he comes here night after night, hoping that they will reunite in the afterlife. He's a very patient man. She will be dead at 161 years this July 3rd. I hope for his sake that she does come.
What are we waiting for?
Oh, man's voice. I swear to God that just said my daughter.
Who is that? Who are you, sir? What's your name and who is your daughter?
Home.
Is this your home? Is this where you lived? Or is your spirit just passing through?
Help us. Very, very desperate voice.
What can we do to help you? We will try to help you, but we need to know how we can help you. What is it that we can do? If you need to, you can walk right out that door right there and leave. You don't have to be stuck down here. If you are stuck down here, that is. How many?
Another very desperate, almost sound like a crying voice. I couldn't tell what it said though.
How many of you are down here or in this house?
Miss.
There is a reason that so many people come back here. They say your spirit's here. They say you haunt this house.
Out.
If you want us out, touch one of these red lights and we'll leave. Tripwire went off.
Dead. I've reached my limit. Ugh.
He has reached his limit, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, my ears are ringing.
There's only so much of that you can take, you guys.
Yeah, that was a bizarre experience. I swear I felt like something lightly tugged on the back of my jacket there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll be interested to review that back and see if it actually said Jenny, because I was kind of distracted by the tug of the jacket at the moment that it came through. And then my daughter thing.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
was really weird. It was like a gravelly, raspy man's voice, like my daughter.
Oh really?
Like,
That is creepy.
do we want to sweep up through that other side of the house, just grab cameras and a little piece of equipment and take because we're running out of time.
We are.
And we want to save time to do abandonment, because we know you guys would be really upset if we didn't do abandonment, so we always make sure to set aside time for that. We have very limited time left.
Let's do it.
Let's sweep up through that other side of the house and see what we can get.
Let's go.
Okay, so Dave is setting up a little bit more equipment in there. I'm going to do a solo. He has to go across the street to use the restroom to a different building. So we don't have much time left, so we're going to take advantage of that by me going in here solo for just a little bit to see what I can pick up on. Go up, maybe try and talk to Billy upstairs, the little boy that is seen. I'm going to be all alone inside the Jennie Wade house. So, is everything ready for me in there, Dave?
It sure is. It's ready to go. I'm going to go use the restroom because I'm like a water tank right now. And we just want to use our time wisely tonight, guys. So
Have fun walking all the way to the orphanage.
I will. Good luck.
And I go. And there goes Dave running. Running to the orphanage. Ugh. Billy! Hello? Is there anyone in here with me? My name's Ryan, in case you didn't hear. Oh. Well, thank you, sir.
You're welcome.
Dave has just delivered me before he left to go over to the orphanage. He delivered me the ovilus. So we're going to set that up. Let's actually start by going upstairs, because they say Billy's area is very, very active. And I have a feeling that I may want to try and see if I can capture anything up there. Billy? Billy, are you here? I got a fun little device I'm going to set up here for you. A fun little toy that I'm hoping you can make say words. I'm going to put it on the bed here that I hear you like to jump on. Husband Field?
Washington.
That's where the Confederate Army was going, wasn't it? You were going to Washington. That's an interesting flurry of words to come through there. So the ovilus is a device created by Bill Chappell, and what it does is it takes environmental readings, multiple different types of environmental readings, and there's a word database inside of the box that it is believed that the words are selected. So, if you're here, can you actually use that to say something that will let me know that you're here?
Communicate. Spirit.
Yes, that's what I want. I want to communicate with anyone. I mean, I don't know if you're a spirit or who you are, but if you can communicate... Flowers. Why do people smell flowers in here?
I have been asked more times than I can count. Where are the flowers? They are overcome with the smell of fresh flowers. There's not a live flower in this house anywhere.
Alive. Heart.
Jennie was shot through the heart. Again, it's just relevant words that are kind of like ghost tube, relevant words coming through but not answering my questions. What if I played a song for you?
He loves the song Dixie, particularly if it is played on a period instrument. The harmonica seems to be his favorite.
Whoa. It just said harmonic as I'm playing a sound file, as I'm playing audio of someone playing Dixie on the harmonica. It says harmonic. It did say murder there before it said harmonic, but again. Did you like that? Did you like that, Billy? You want to hear it again? Can you tell me yes or no if you want to hear that again? It's very strange, being that this was a Union City, Pennsylvania, that the young boy Billy would like to hear the song Dixie on the harmonica, which was played by the Confederates. But who knows how this little boy got here. I would love to see you jump up and down on the bed. That was really weird that the obelisk said harmonic when Dixie was being played on the harmonica. Coincidence? I don't know, there's so many words in that device. I've never heard the obelisk say harmonic before, so tells you how many words are in that device. And that the fact that that came through in that moment is just a little bit strange. Ooh, I got chills right now. View lot?
Ocean. Pastor.
Billy, I'm going to have to go downstairs here in a minute. Can you make this music play right here? I would love to hear it. Nobody's done it tonight. If you walk right through here, I have chills right now. I don't know what it is. Like I can feel chills up and down my arms.
Burning. August.
Burning August?
Inner. Chain.
Billy, are you one of the children from the orphanage? Chain. Dave? Question. Do you want to do a couple minutes in here? Because now I have to use the restroom. Something really weird happened. I did the second floor, so if you want to do the first floor. I played Dixie, like a performance, someone playing Dixie on the harmonica. I found it on YouTube and had them play it. Or I played it for them, for Billy. And I had the obelisk set up on the bed, and as Dixie was being played on the harmonica, the obelisk said a harmonic.
Really?
Yeah.
That is weird.
I was like, that's, out of all the words that are programmed into that box that it can say, it says harmonic when the harmonica's being played.
Yeah, that's a little creepy.
Yeah, so here you go. I'm going to go use the restroom again. Is it all unlocked and good?
Yes.
I will be back. But I turned the obelisk off for you.
Thank you. Hello? I'm in here now. My name is Dave. What is your name? Would anybody like to come out and talk with me? I'd love to hear what you have to say. My friend Ryan has been in here tonight. And he played you a song. Did you like that song? Do you like to hear the song Dixie? If you'd like, I could play it again for you. I just need you to maybe touch one of these devices or these toys that I have set up. That'll let me know you want to hear the song again. Billy. Billy, can you come down here, please? Billy, I'd like for you to come down here so I can play you a song. If you want to, you can just sit right over there at the bottom of the steps. Do you want to do that? Does it make you upset when people come in here and try and talk to you? Whoa. Tripwire just went crazy. Do you like those purple lights? Can you try and light those up again for me? I'd love for you to do that. If you're upstairs, can you knock on something? Ryan has made it back.
I have made it back. I am in here. All things seem quiet down here.
Everything was quiet. The tripwire went off once, but that was about it.
Yeah, everything was quiet upstairs for me too in Billy's room, except for a couple of strange responses on the Ovilus. So we're almost out of time here at the Jennie Wade House, and that means we have to hurry up and set up some of these cameras to leave the house completely empty with no one inside of it to see what paranormal activity happens when there's no one here.
That's right.
It's time for abandonment.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Well, it's time to leave the Jennie Wade House completely empty. 4 cameras are rolling in the various spots. We had 4 cameras, and the upstairs was so active earlier in the night, we didn't want to neglect any part of this upstairs of the house. So since we did that Estes in the basement, we're going to leave that off of the abandonment list today.
That's right. Yeah, we're just going to focus on both sides of the house here.
We have a camera set up on the opposite side in the kitchen area where Jenny actually passed away, pointing in to the parlor that was set up as a bedroom for Georgia. That rocking chair is said to rock all the time, so maybe that'll move.
Maybe.
On the second floor upstairs, the chain is said to move from what Chris told us. So we have a camera focusing on that chain with some equipment pointing back into the bedroom. And then on the opposite side as well, from the bedroom back towards the stairs on the other side of the house, we have a camera. And then down here in the parlor of this side of the house, we have some equipment set up as well. So
oh yeah,
we're pretty much covered.
We're covered. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Let's see what happens.
All right, Jennie Wade House, abandonment, here we go.
Way too dramatic.
I don't care.
I said no more music.
We're back.
So that ends another investigation here in one of the most haunted cities in America, Gettysburg, Pennsylvania.
It does.
This has been an amazing experience to get to explore this city, to get to explore just a little bit of its history, to get to investigate two of the most haunted buildings in this city. And we want to start the closing of this video by sending a huge thank you to Ghostly Images of Gettysburg
Oh yeah, absolutely.
for inviting us out here, for being wonderful hosts here in this city, and for giving us the opportunity to investigate.
Absolutely, yeah. We couldn't have asked for any better hosts and a better company. Come out here and support them and take some of their tours. Check out these amazing locations.
That's right. You have to come and check out the Jennie Wade House. You have to come and check out the Gettysburg Orphanage. You never know what you're going to experience here. And even we at this moment don't know what we experienced here.
No, we don't.
There's a lot of footage to go through. You guys already know, but we do not know. We don't know what we captured at the orphanage. We don't know what we captured here at the Jennie Wade House.
Nope.
But we're going to find out. So if you guys made it all the way to the end of this video, make sure you smash that like button.
Do it.
Make sure you subscribe if you're new to the channel.
And if you made it this far in the video, make sure you leave a comment that says, Jennie Wade.
And that's it. Just put Jennie Wade down in the comments. Thank you guys so much. Much love. We appreciate you. Again, peace, love, and ghosts. Paranormal Quest style.
That's right. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you hit the like button. And if you do come out here and take a tour, tell Chris that we sent you.
That's right. Bye.
Bye.
Whoa.